Yes, the idea of ownership and the tradition of from the region that she was shaped and molded in. Northern California, the Bay Area, where we take our own proprietorship. We've always done that in the music business. You look at labels like Sick With It or 75 Girls, and I could continue to list them, whether it's E40, RBL, Posse, Rapping Forte, The Loonies, Too Short, or MC Hammer with Busted Records. That's something, or Sway and Tech with All City Records. I had to throw that in there, HB, because we moved units.
If you're a part of the history, you're not throwing it in. You just telling the truth.
I'm just telling the truth. And I was there, you know. And so when I see my sister, I call her royalty, R&B royalty of Northern California. Give her a round of applause. You got to think, when her first album came out, Closer in 2001. This is the same year Alicia Keys released her album. I remember this because I met with Clive Davis and he played me songs in A minor. This is the same year that Janet Jackson released All For You. This is the same year that Mary J. Blige released No More Drama. This is all Michael Jackson, Invincible. All of these things came out.
Take us back.
Yeah, all of these things came out the same year that you first stepped out on the scene. Even Usher's 8701 was out that same year. Isn't that amazing? That's the same year your first album came out.
That is amazing. You have it right. I had the history all wrong because I'm saying 20 years. I guess it's a little longer.
Might be 22.
Yeah, it might be.
And you look the same way you did 22 years ago, and you still sustaining, and you've only grown and blossomed and made us extremely proud, and you brought a lot of attention to the Bay Area, and I want to commend you for that and welcome her back to the show. This is Goapele, Town Business.
Yep.
And you brought your DJ with you, huh?
Yes. DJ D Sharp in the building.
D Sharp?
Hey.
Yo.
He got that MacArthur Maze project, right?
Yes, sir.
What's up with that?
It's amazing, man. It's great. We are doing a lot of things, and it's out. Y'all can go stream it right now at MacArthur Maze. It's everywhere, bro. It's real dope.
D Sharp also is the official DJ for
the Golden State Warriors.
Thank you.
My gosh.
Heather and Tracy. I just want to say that point I'm making, though, when I think of Goapele, one of the things that I think you've done extremely well is that you've always managed to collaborate with other Bay Area artists.
So,
whether it was Hieroglyphics, whether it was Zion I, whether it was E40, you know, and perhaps MacArthur Maze, that's something you've always done.
Yeah, and even, because when I first started performing, I was singing over hip-hop tracks at my brother's parties, DJ Namani.
Namani is in the building.
1200, you know what I mean? And it was like, it's a built-in crowd, and it was like, you want to get up and do a song? And it was just like, okay, I'll sing over this, instrumental. And so that was kind of how I came into it, and then singing hooks and collaborating with Pep Love and Casual and Souls. And that ended up turning into, a business thing, them helping us with distribution when we were just starting Skyblaze, and they wanted to support us doing our independent thing. And I've been so proud, like what you said, of that lineage of how we can build our own thing and sell units. And I feel like it's been a empowering foundation that I can still be here independently.
Come on.
In this.
You did it the whole time independent?
Yes, except for the second album, Change It All, I worked with Sony.
Okay.
And that was helpful too. Honestly, I don't even regret that because it did help exposure wise. I got tour support. I got to go to so many cities that I, would have been a little harder because it can be humbling as an independent artist, and you have to be really creative with how to break through the noise. And but the most important thing is I just wanted to be authentic, and I wanted to be able to do the music that I felt and not think of marketing first. So we were like, if we can just build it and just build a fan base, the demand will be there and I can just keep putting out music. So that's been before and after.
That's amazing. So when
Yeah.
I think of you now with Sky Blaze, right?
Yeah.
I think of people like Queen Latifah,
Yes.
right? With Flavor Unit. You know, there's a lot of women out here who are executives in the music business.
Yeah.
And you just don't hear about it.
She's amazing. I
she's
didn't even know she was managing and everything.
Yeah. What?
Yeah, their offices were literally 4 blocks away from my house in Jersey City, New Jersey. They rented out and bought they bought an old firehouse. Peace to her and Shakim.
Wow.
They had an old firehouse.
What?
And Latifah's mom, rest in power, Miss Owens, and Shakim and Shakim's brothers.
Yeah.
And you, any given day on Bay Street in Jersey City, New Jersey, down by Morgan, right off of the boulevard there, you would just see Apache, Rest in Power, Tretch, everybody.
Wow. Ooh,
right
that gives
there,
me
Flavor
chills.
Unit, Freddie the Fire, everybody
Yeah.
was under that
Yeah.
Flavor Unit umbrella. D
Yeah.
Nice, everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was independent, right?
It was in, well, they had
They
a
had
joint
Tommy
venture
Boy,
with Tommy
Tommy
Boy
Boy.
Yeah.
initially.
Yeah.
But you think about what grew out of that. There was films and television. Latifah was doing Living Single,
Yes.
the movies and everything. It was
Yeah.
just beautiful to see.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, because I'd already be impressed with just how she's evolved
Yes.
through her career.
Yes.
But I didn't know she was also, you know, on the behind in the business part
You saw
too.
them all. Jeanne,
But you see with the brand
Next, all of
control,
that.
that makes
All-
sense.
Yep. all
Naughty
of
by
that.
Nature, Johnny.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
All of that's
Because
Flavor Unit.
KG was doing all the
Yeah.
music. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's
Damn.
Sky Blaze 2023. You see what I mean? Like, there's
I
more.
appreciate you, Slay.
Nah, well, it's more to the picture that meets the eye,
Yeah.
and that's what helps make it enabled you to make the music the way you wanted to make it.
Yeah.
all of these years,
Yeah.
which has been important. But I think we too, as Bay Area, as your constituents, if you will, should recognize, and we have to start recognizing our impact. You are royalty. And I think I might have told you this last time I saw you, but every time I tell you, go, oh, stop, Sway. I'm like, you royalty.
Stop, don't stop.
You're Bay Area royalty.
But
D
no.
Sharp, am I lying?
No, this is man.
I really appreciate
He is spitting pure facts. When I introduce her at the shows, I say the queen of the Bay Area. I say the beautiful Miss Goapele, like the queen of, like, you are the queen. She's the
Beautiful.
queen.
Yeah.
She has put us on the map, and the music and the Closer is standing. Like, you talk about all the people who have sampled and used Closer, from Drake to her. Like, it's amazing. Like, it's just etched in stone.
Take it.
Wow,
You ain't got to
guys-
say nothing.
No, it's surreal because you know, like I used to tune into you and King Tech.
Yes.
You know, I don't know, like junior high, high school. I don't know. You were probably in college.
I was in high school. Go
You were in
ahead.
high school. No, look, you're not that much older. You're not that much older than me, though. You know what I'm saying?
Don't worry about it. We ain't got to get
But
into it.
the thing is, when you were starting, it felt like this secret underground special community. Like, we're gonna tune in at 11 or midnight
Yeah.
and hear all the new shit and hear hip hop, and you didn't really get to hear that. It's like a odd thing for people to think of, that you didn't hear hip hop on the radio.
Ain't that a trip?
It really is. I'm like, was I imagining this? But it was really amazing, and just like how you've been authentic for all these years and consistent, but hip hop is worldwide. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That it's
Yeah.
just like grown, but it's like you're like a griot.
Damn, thank you. I'm going to take that too.
Yeah.
Give her a round. She's such a songwriter.
Right on the spot,
Lyrical, right there.
freestyle work.
Okay, all right. Goapele's hanging out
Yeah.
with us. I'll be remiss if I didn't mention this. She has a new single, Time Heals. It's from her upcoming album, Colors. Colours, and it's independent. Tracy, you want to jump in?
Yeah, Goapele, thinking about how Closer is such a tremendous, timeless hit, and it's over 20 years old, but it feels like you released it yesterday. It makes me think, I was on TikTok perusing, and I saw someone who went to a major concert that's happening right now, tour, and one of their complaints was they weren't able to sing along to some of their favorite songs because said artists did different renditions of it.
Oh.
And sometimes that's the case for some fans. Other fans are very open to it.
Yeah.
For you, because the art doesn't just belong to you once it's out.
Yeah.
It does, in a way, belong to the fans. Like, how do you feel about that, especially for a song like Closer? Would you do it every single time the same way?
It's a balance. I think in the first, 5 years, I was kind of like, oh, maybe I won't do it this set, or you know what I mean? Every now, and honestly, I can probably count how many times I've performed and not done it, because I am an artist and I want to do stuff that's interesting to me, but I am also an entertainer, and I want for people to come to the show and want to come back, and I want you to feel like you heard what you came to hear.
Right.
Sometimes we'll remix the end, and sometimes we've done a little bit different versions, but a lot of the live performance part to me is I want to feel the energy.
Right.
You know what I mean? You want to feel the energy when you're watching the show, but I want the energy exchange. So if that's not happening, I'm going to shift it up so that we can get there.
So
You know
then
what I mean?
define, what's your personal definition of artist versus entertainer?
Well, for me as an artist, it's just I just need to keep being creative.
Period.
And I'm going to write some stuff that will never see the light of day, you know, and record some stuff that, who knows what. I'm going to get it all out of my system. And I think that, I don't know, I have a good team around me. We're going to filter through, but I also experiment with songs and see what's kind of catching or what's not. And I think that part is a little bit the entertainer in me, that I care about that. But as an artist, I could never do it just for the entertainment part. Would make me feel empty.
Because the art is for you. I feel like that's the focus, and entertainment is for others.
Yeah. The artist is the singer-songwriter in me. You know what I mean? And that I want to do it in a different way. And even with this album, Colors, I want it to be a sensory experience, and I'm bringing in candles that go with songs, because I want it to just
a mood.
Mix the media, and working with a visual artist.
So you're doing bundles again?
Yes, I'm doing bundles.
Okay, all right.
I'm doing bundles.
So you get the song in a specific candle that correlates with the song?
It's limited edition candles.
Is that
but
right?
It's really, that part won't be for everybody, but for people that get it really early, because smell is so important, and presentation and colors and all of that. And so there's colors and scents that go with the different songs. The next single is going to be Purple, and it's all about that.
The song is called Purple?
Is the scent lavender?
No, it's not. I know. You would think so. But I tell you, I sampled probably a couple hundred smells from different small businesses to find what felt like it resonated with the music, not just the color. And the vibe of it is more of this oud kind of
okay then.
Yeah.
So y'all didn't bring no candles with you, man? What the hell?
Candle whores.
Where the candles at? You doing, man?
We are candle whores.
You came all the way out here. You knew you was going to see your brother. And, you came all D sharp. You didn't bring no candles?
Hey, man.
D's dull.
I'm sending you a gift
He's
box.
not sharp.
I promise. I promise.
Oh, D dog.
I caught that.
You
right
caught
away.
that? You caught that?
Oh, man.
Right away.
All right. Okay, this is amazing. We'll talk more about the album, and I want to give highlight to, when I look at, you mentioned Change It All, I think of Break It Down, all the different projects you did. I want to hear about the musicians that you've worked with along the way. I'm going to take these calls because you've done really well at creating your own signature sound. What I like about you is I don't feel like you reach, you don't aim, and you're comfortable where you are. You don't have to be on every big award show stage, though it would be great.
It would be great. If they invite me, I mean.
You'll go?
Yeah, I will go.
Okay. All right. Well, shit, somebody invite her.
Because y'all are late.
You ain't done the Essence
But
stage?
you know what but what I do feel like is I can't I can't compete. I've just never been one of those people, like a talent show type of person. Like, I'm going to outsing this person and I feel like the only way I could do it is just stay in my lane. So I'm influenced by all kinds of different people, but it's going to sound different on me. You know what I mean? Like, even like I was sung in a James Brown band when I was at Berklee College of Music. But it's in my mind, you know, I was singing like James Brown, but it's like, it was really like the influence turned into play.
Really?
You
what does
know
that
what I
sound
mean?
like?
I need to hear that.
No, it's on the Break of Dawn album.
It's on that Break of Dawn album?
Yes, and it doesn't sound like James Brown, but if you really listen close, it's like the way, that's how I deliver it. It's just going to be in a different, more mellow kind of way. And I just feel like we can only be our own best selves. Like, if I try and compare myself and
it doesn't
all of
work.
that, it's just going to make me unhappy.
Yeah, I love that. Goapele is here. I'm going to take a few calls. As soon as I said you were coming, the phone lines lit
I
up.
was going to add to that just a little bit. And, man, sis, I'm so happy you're here. Wow, man.
I gave her a high five.
Yo, because I'm just, no, we hugged earlier, but I'm happy that you're here, and I'm happy for you. And I think for those that know, because that was actually going to be my question, like, as we celebrate Hip Hop 50, you hear a lot of people coming out and saying, I don't feel like this is being represented, or this is showing enough love. And what about Florida? And what about Texas? And what about this? And what about that? And when Sway asked that, that's what I was thinking about you, because I feel like I don't hear your name enough or see you enough in these big platforms. However, what I can attest to, Goapele sis, every time your name comes up, people like, yup, oh yeah, she's
That means
dope.
a lot.
And I think that's what you rest in, and you've been so brilliant at doing. Like, the people love you. You know what I mean?
Thank
like,
you.
your community loves you, your village loves you, and you can step in any one of those arenas at any time and represent who you are. So keep it going.
I appreciate that.
No,
I
facts,
appreciate that.
facts.
You got a lot of callers on the
the
line.
people.
The people are here. Let's go to Mississippi. Daryl is on the line. D, what up? How you doing?
Hey, Daryl.
Man, what's up? This is amazing.
Yep.
I'm getting closer to my dream. This is my go-to song. Goapele, you are the queen. My words are all jumbled. I'm in tears here. I'm feeling like a little girl.
What?
Oh, my God.
Little girl.
Wow. Let your lady out.
You better work, D.
I actually get to speak to you, and I play your music all the time when I motivate myself to move.
Sweet.
Get closer to my dreams.
Wow. I
feel
appreciate
like I
you.
can reach. Oh my God, you don't know what.
Oh, my gosh. D, you have a
Dry
question,
off.
man.
Dry
All right,
off,
brother.
D.
Her husband's here. Stop.
Oh Lord! Hey, help me. Hey,
What's
your
up, baby?
affirmations, that whole song is your affirmations. Those are affirmations for the day. Man, you don't know how you motivate me, inspire me, and I try and inspire others as I speak. Lord, I'm not gonna hold y'all.
Oh, it's too
away.
late for that. Hey, D. No, but honestly, hey, she deserves.
I'm on my way to a 2 million mile safe driving banquet. That's closer to my dream. 2 million mile safe driving.
Hey,
Give
Daryl,
a
we
shout out to 2 million miles.
yo,
Shout out to
wait.
get it
We
closer.
Goapele got to say your name. His name, Daryl. Go ahead.
Daryl, thank you so much. I appreciate you.
He fainted.
He's quiet now. He was doing all that talking before. Now he's quiet.
Dude fainted. D, I love you, man. Make sure you support her new single, Time Heals, okay? Go to
Wait,
Pandora.
we gonna meet, man. I'll be back.
All right, brother. You a citizen,
Sway
Daryl.
the morning.
My man. DB, you want to say something?
Yeah, there was a song called Different that you did with Mos Def, and you were just
Yes.
talking about songs that either don't come out or maybe leak or whatever. And I know as an independent artist, sometimes it's hard to keep a lookout for everything like that hits the internet without your permission
Yes.
and things like that. So how have you adjusted to try to keep, a watch over your own content leaking the internet or anything like that you didn't want to come out?
That's a great question. I don't even have a good answer. What I want to say, Different, I did on the Change It All album. And Bedrock produced it from the Bay Area. He's amazing. We've been working together on this new project. And I did a version with Clyde Carson, and then Mos Def was in town. I love Mos Def. I think he's one of
Yasin Bey.
Yasin Bey is one of my favorite artists, just true artists. And we got to work together, and I think it was kind of at the end of my deal and kind of slipped through the cracks. So we we never got to put it out officially. And I actually want to do a project that's just like about collaborations. You know what I mean? And some of the stuff that never came out and some of the folks that I've been wanting to work with, because I've gone back and listened to it and I feel like it stands the test of time because he's just dope on it.
Let's play it right now. Goapele is here. 888-742-3345. Give us a call, citizens. Wait a minute. Who ended the show?
Everybody.
Reel it up.
Reel it.
Goapele is here. We're celebrating 20 plus years of independence.
Yes.
Who can say that?
Wow.
You saw his mural out there
So
in
check
Oak
this
Cliff?
out. Did you see the mural? Did you see that mural? No, I got a mural.
It's Mural Man.
Oh, gosh.
Mural Man. The black man is gone.
Sway, what's the street the mural on?
High Street, right? It's on High Street.
It's on High Street and International.
Yes,
D
sir.
Sharp, no?
Really?
Yes, sir. I know exactly where it's
Oh my
at.
God, I'm
Yeah.
about to go take a
Take
picture,
a
with
picture
it next time.
Please do. Make it your album cover.
Oh, gosh.
Should be some kind of artwork.
Liner notes.
I mean, listen, that song we just played,
So
you
good.
said you're going to release. You want to release. I know
Yeah.
there's a distribution company called Vidya
Yes.
that was just recently bought by another Bay Area mogul
Yes.
by the name of Larry Jackson,
Yes.
who has his billion-dollar company called Gamma.
Yes.
And I heard that song, potentially with Mos Def, can be released through your video relationship.
You're making dreams come true.
This is it, man. We're putting it to.
I heard. Yes. We're working with them. They're gonna put out colors. So
Okay.
Skyblaze is working with them, and look, you're about to make this happen with the
This
different
is it.
Mos Def thing. We're gonna figure it all out. I'm getting re-inspired with new and old material.
Why not? I mean that Yasin Bey track. He was Mos Def when he recorded it.
Yes.
And then he transformed into Yasin Bey. Is amazing. He's an amazing artist, and y'all sound amazing together.
Yeah.
I love the whole idea of a collaborative project that you would do.
Yeah, and we've done a bunch of shows together, and just great energy.
Great energy. And you talked about a song called Purple,
Yes.
and that's on the Colors album, right?
It's the next single.
It's the next single. Who did you work with on the Colors album? Because I know you worked with a lot of people on the Single Time Hills.
Yeah.
So who
Yeah.
are you? And then, are these the same producers you work with throughout your career?
Well, okay, so for Purple, Bedrock produced it from the Bay Area, and he's kind of like throughout the album. And then I got to work with some of the musicians that I've been working with, honestly, probably almost the whole time. Errol Cooney, we do a lot of songwriting together. Eric
Cooney.
Smith.
Wow.
Mike Tiger. And then like on Time Heals, I also got to work with Chris Dave and Derek Hodge and Keon Harold.
They all been on this show.
Yeah, they're all legends. And that was one of my goals this time is like, I want to have an album where I get to work with all of my favorite musicians, you know, and sometimes I get kind of timid to reach out to people, but I was like, I'm just going to reach out to people. I did this over the pandemic. Like we were literally sending each other files. Like I had a studio in my closet, you know what I mean?
Wow.
Recording myself some of the time. And it would be like, okay, I'm going to send this to you, and then you put drums on it and send it back here, and then send it to this person. And the goal was like, but it's going to sound like a song at the end of the day. And, you know, by the end of the project, it was like where, you know, we could all be, some of us could be in the same room, and I could be in a normal studio, and we could put finishing touches. But it really was like a by any means necessary. Let's just take this time. Nobody was touring, so they were like, okay, I can work on it right now and get it back to you. And so that was like one of the blessings I feel like that came out of
the pandemic, right?
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's incredible.
It is.
And if you played the stock market, you could have been blessed in other ways too by the fact that
Come on, Sway.
I called you for some advice.
Yeah, me and King Tech did all right.
I wish he was here. I wish Goapele was here yesterday with John Baptiste. How crazy!
I know. I was thinking that too.
Let me tell you how full circle though. The first time I went to New Orleans, before I even had music out, honestly, I probably had a EP, but this is like before Sky Blaze.
Okay.
I got invited by his family to sing because they were doing this Cuban South African New Orleans connection.
Wow.
And if you know, people might think it's kind of weird, but it's
all
this swag
gumbo
diaspora
with the with the jazz in that diaspora. And he was in, I'm telling you,
this is
he
crazy.
was like a teenager.
John
Look,
Baptiste.
I was playing with his little brother that was playing on keys. He was like 14 years old.
Wow.
And I was like, okay, I don't even understand what's happening. But it was amazing. We were at Tipitina's.
Tipitina's. Wow.
Yes.
Man, shout out to Tipitina's.
And I knew his family was legendary, and just to see him like, wow, the success and the light.
Yes.
Yeah, the light.
Yeah.
The light.
Yeah. He's
Inside.
like, nobody's taking my joy. It's beautiful.
The
so
light.
talented.
Light.
Yeah.
And your album is called Colors.
Yeah.
The light.
He was just here around this time yesterday.
Yeah.
That shit's
Yeah.
And if you're around
No, he's
Friday,
special.
he's doing a show at Brooklyn Still Friday, and we brought a bunch of independent artists up yesterday to jam with him.
Really?
Yes.
And he invited them to come out Friday.
Really?
Y'all want to shock the world and go
Look, because
join
I'm
on
staying
Friday.
in New York for a few more
That's what
days.
I'm saying.
I'm about to be at everything.
I can
Now,
make
if
it happen.
she go, I'm coming tomorrow. I'm coming outside tomorrow
I'll
night.
make it.
Look, I wanted you guys to come to my show too. I was
Okay.
I was giving Sway his flowers and everything. He didn't come.
No, wait, hold up.
Talk about him. Turn the music down, Torch. Talk about it. What happened?
Come on. We just having a great conversation.
It's all good though.
Everything gotta be brought to the light.
You have my back.
I got your back. You know what it is? We talked. You said, I'm going to be in town. I said,
Yeah.
I'm coming. What day?
Yeah.
And I get Tuesday and Thursday on text mixed up. The whole time I'm thinking, I might even
That's what he
told
tells
Torch.
people.
Yeah.
No, those not prescriptions. He just wear those because they got a label on them.
That's it. This is all
It's
style.
all fake.
Just
Here's the eye.
I was gonna call you Namani earlier. You look just like your brother to me. This song, since we're talking colors, purple. Why purple?
Purple, just okay. Before I started singing on it, I just heard the track and it was so vibey, and all I could see was purple, and it just seemed like a hazy purple, and it was giving me Prince vibes, and it was like whatever I write needs to go with that vibe.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so let's see what you wrote. We got a clip of it. Can we play it?
Yeah, please do.
All right. Nobody's heard this. First time ever.
Exclusive.
Just like a fool. Feel what break the rules. The way my heart is opening, I'm wondering, do you feel it too? It's more than just a phase. 'Cause I'm lost inside.
Sway in the morning, exclusive on Shade 45.
Yeah.
Can't
Give that a round of applause, man. Let me tell you what it is. I just figured out what it is. Goapele write the type of lyrics that a man want to hear.
Oh,
Like, you say the type of stuff in your songs that I hope a woman will say to me.
Okay.
So you get turned on?
Hype woman over here.
Awkward
Instigator.
moments.
Dang.
Just trying to make sense of it.
She wants
It's
you
a
to be
question,
literal.
not a statement.
And see, and let me just say something, because I always try and be subtle about my lyrics. He was trying to be subtle about the compliment.
About the compliment, about the response.
And I appreciate that, because sometimes, like, I feel like when I was coming up, sometimes I'd hear female artists and the lyrics, I was like, I don't know if they're written by men. Sometimes they are.
Yeah.
But they just sounded, I was like, that's not exactly what I want to say. Like, sometimes I'd even gravitate towards, like, you know, Prince and D'Angelo, just like different male artists, just because it's like, I want to give and take. I don't want to just be like, you know what I mean? So I appreciate that you.
Yeah. Just talk about Time Heals, the new single. What's the in the first verse? What's the first thing you say?
In the first verse, I'm saying, "Geez, time heals."
Play a little bit of Time.
Okay, thank you.
Jog
your memory.
She been working all week, y'all. Forgive her. She live in the Bay. She got contact. She can't remember nothing.
Mural Man.
Okay, here we go. It's your song, by the way.
You're like, you did write it though.
By the way.
I did.
Time heals all things, and I know that I felt some type of way before, but I slowly feel it shifting at my core. Scars are fading, and the ghosts from the past don't haunt me anymore. The storm and rain washed away the pain that I endured.
Motherfuckers falling in love right now. Now, come on, get that round of applause. We're going to play it in the end. We're going to play
Gorgeous. What color
Thank you.
came to mind with this song?
That like a golden, kind of like
same.
to burnt orange. Really?
Yeah, because it makes me feel like spring. Hearing, you
Yeah.
know, these lyrics are like being renewed.
Yeah. And
surrounded by gold, too. Right?
Hey, it is kind of that color. And I have this candle scent, and it's called Golden Hour, because it's like, you know, the golden hour, and it's kind of like
all the best.
nostalgic, like the day's ending. It's kind of sad, but it's also peaceful.
Yeah.
You know, and there's some resolve to it. And so that's just what I felt like with that song.
So, man, time heals all things. And I felt some way before, right? I'm paraphrasing. Felt some way before.
Hey.
And then you
But
wake
I
up,
slowly feel it shifting at my core.
Scars fade away.
And the ghosts from the past don't haunt me anymore. The storm and rain washed away the pain that I endured.
Yes.
And I really felt like one day it was pouring rain in LA, which is unusual except for this past year. And I was reflecting on the death of a family member that felt so, it was just so hard when it first happened. And it was just like, you know what though? Like, it's all right today. And kind of everything is like that. Like, it might not make sense at the moment, and it might seem crazy and hectic and everything, but if you just do the work and keep on your path, like, it's gonna get easier. And it's gonna be
God bless
all
you.
right.
Amen.
Thank you, man. Goapele is here. Let me take one or two more. You got 1,000 calls, okay? We're going to go fast, citizens. Here we go. All right. Let's go to Cali. Ron, what do you want to say to Goapele?
What up,
go
Ron,
ahead,
Ron?
man.
Hey, Ron.
Hey, good morning, man. Goapele, thank you so much. I appreciate you. I just want to, bless you because 20 years ago, August 2nd, 2003, I used your Closer song to the love of my life walking up the aisle, and that was a beautiful experience. And I keep getting goosebumps every time I hear your song because I remember that day with that. So, first time caller, Tracy G, Torch, Heather B,
Yo, we got a
Kalani,
first time
Sway,
caller, Torch. We got
from
a
the
first.
Bay.
Your
I
first time
love
caller.
y'all, brothers. Love y'all, sisters. Appreciate you. Thank you.
Ding, 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 ding.
Get a celebration when you're a first time
I
caller.
know, and we wanted to give a shout out to his wife too. What's his wife's
What's
name?
your wife's name, Ron?
Yes. Eleanor. Yes, I'm not sure if she's listening, but her birthday's coming up on Saturday, so we're going to make it happen.
My
Happy
man, Ron.
birthday.
Hey, support. Maybe you should play Time Hills for the birthday.
Oh, most def.
Okay. All right. It's available now on all DSPs. All right, brother. You're a super citizen, man.
Sway in the morning.
Okay, let's take them to Philadelphia. No, hold up. We're going to go to Baltimore. Well, Baltimore, we got Jason. Go ahead, Jay. What you want to say?
What up, Jay?
JJ.
Hey, first of all, I'd like to thank her for following her craft and continuing her passion because just like the last caller, Closer was actually part of my wedding. And when I hear it, it reminds me of why I got married and the reasons why I'm so happy. And thank all of you guys for having her there today. And shout out to Heather B because I just now grabbed my wife some of that Billy talk.
Thank you.
Nice.
Wow.
Thank you, brother.
Thank
God
you,
bless
and
you.
All of
Billy.
y'all. And yeah, man, y'all really make everybody days better by doing what y'all do. Everybody appreciate y'all. Y'all keep it up.
God bless you, Jay. We
love
appreciate you, man.
That's really you're a citizen of Sway in the morning, so it's so crazy. I didn't realize this was such a big union song. My friend Andrea Hill, my sister, she was like, HB, I love her. She sang at my friend's vow renewal and was like an angel. I was like, what's your friend's name? She said Kimberly Chandler. So
Oh, yeah.
yes, I didn't realize you would. This
how
was such a
beautiful.
union song. That's so dope.
Yeah.
Dope.
Incredible.
It's incredible.
That compliment, he said every time he hears that song, it reminds of him of why he loves his wife.
Yeah. No.
Man.
Jeez.
Yeah, you gonna
Sway said he want a woman to sing that
that's
to him.
goals.
You're right.
I mean,
Okay, we sorry, Sway.
Y'all haters. D Sharp is every day. D Sharp,
hey,
he tuned in. He
I
know.
listen every day.
We
so
helpers.
like, yeah, I know what's going on.
We are helpers.
I know what's going on.
Sorry,
Women
D-Sharp.
of service.
Yeah, man. Just go get Goapele songs, ladies, and just memorize her lyrics and spit them to me.
Get you some vocal
You gonna
lessons
come
and
up,
pull
trust me.
The DMs are open.
And I be tricking. No, I'm just kidding.
Sway. We don't do that, Sway.
Hold on,
We don't do that, Sway. We
That's
He
Miro.
didn't mean to say that.
Said it.
He got caught up. He got overwhelmed. He didn't mean to say that.
My
You
bad.
mad at us.
My
You
bad.
got a mirror on High Street Internet. Come on, bro.
Easy,
Come
player.
on.
Come on, my
Easy
bad.
now.
That's
Easy
Mirror Man.
now.
I'm sorry, y'all.
Go throw cotton at
Tell
his mural,
business. Tell
y'all.
business.
That pimp came out.
My bad. I don't know what happened. I was hustling backwards.
Look here, ladies. Mirror Man's taking DMs.
Come on, man. I wish we had more time, but Goapele, your journey has been amazing, and I truly feel like you haven't even made it to halftime yet. With what you're setting out to do. We've been in this for a minute, you know, and this minute is just as important, as fresh, as exciting, as mysterious as your first minute.
Wow.
Keep that in mind, okay?
Sway.
Keep that in mind and treat it like that.
Yeah.
Your energy, you will always have people who will gravitate towards your art.
Yes.
It's your energy. It's not just what you write and what you sing and what how you present yourself. It's all of it accumulatively. It's why we're all attracted to what it is you do as an artist. So congratulations. Your Bay Area royalty. It should be said. Where were we? We were in L.A.
Yeah.
That's where it was, right?
We're having breakfast, and I was like, hey!
We were having breakfast at Toast.
Yep.
And when you walked up, I said to you,
Yeah.
you're legendary.
Yeah.
Embrace it. And you was, no, you ain't got to say it. I'll say it, you know, and if I don't, I know your brother be saying it too, because he walks around with picket signs. My sister's legendary.
That's right. That's what a brother is supposed to do.
Me and him had lunch in Napa not too long ago, and
Sway, stop showing off.
At the Dave Chappelle, Robert Glasper.
You got to get on him.
breakout. Tell them where we were.
Look, I wasn't there at that one. I was the year before. I was having FOMO because I was looking at everybody there. It looked
incredible.
Amazing.
It was incredible. Robert Glasper, salute to him. I'm going to be a part of next year's.
Yes.
So I'm coming through.
Up.
Rob was like, how can we get you involved?
Yeah.
I said, too late now.
I'm
already there.
Because you know what? Because it's such a music community.
Yeah.
It's like just the most phenomenally talented people, but it's community.
Yeah.
Right?
It's community. It's tribe.
Yes.
It's tribe, and people take care of themselves, and people will be performing for decades to come.
Yeah.
Because of this thing that he has started. Goapele, we love you. Thank you for coming through.
I love you. Thank you.
The new single is Time Heals. We're going to play that.